Yeah, what's going on, man? Y'all in Uncle O's house, you know how the rules are go. Wipe your feet off before you come in, or take your shoes off if they're too dirty. When you sit on the couch, make sure you're sitting on the plastic. All right, gotta mess with this light here. I started a few minutes early. You know, it was 3 or 4 minutes, don't matter. Just wanted to get this off my chest, man. Ever since that story came out. So let me get here. All right. Just want to make sure I got my chat up here so I can see everything. I ain't gotta be trying to scroll on the screen. Cool. All right, I see one person popped in. Sound off. Who is that? Leave a comment so I know who it is, so I can know who I'm speaking to. I know it's late, but I had already said earlier that I would do it tonight. You know, I should have probably waited, but, you know, I said what I said. So, all right, Duke, what up, man? Appreciate you dropping in. Y'all go check out Ray Duke page, and anybody want smoke on that Call of Duty Resurgence, holler at him. All right, who else just popped in? Sound off. I don't think it's no 2-minute rule or nothing like that when you do the YouTube version. Who else just popped up in here? What's so funny? Who else just popped up in here? Okay, now it's back down to one. What in the hell? I'm just trying to see if a few more people gonna tune in and whatnot. All right. Eastside Jeffrey Manor, what's the deal, man? What's going on, man? Appreciate you popping in. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. This is well, if y'all seen the title, y'all seen it. It was talking about, you know, you're beautiful how you are. You know what I'm saying? Not to get lost in the illusion. And I started thinking about this old story, this old Greek myth, and this is based off the last, you know, the headlines. Everybody's seen it. I think her name's Jacky O. Said 3. Oh yeah. Hey, who else just popped in? All right, Jack was 1982. What's going on, man? It's 4 people. Somebody else signed off. O.M.C, what's the deal? What's going on? All right, but we know that, you know, how we seen how beautiful Jacky O was, and, you know, most people look at her and say, what's wrong with her? Why would she get, you know, a procedure done and all this stuff, right? And, you know, yeah, nothing was wrong with her. But she had to, you know, keep a certain image, as she said, or she would have, you know, lost her income, because she has to look a certain way to sell these products to impressionable youths and, you know, even impressionable adults, young adults. And, you know, it goes back to this whole thing on the standard of beauty. It's been changed, you know, throughout the decades. You know, at one point it was all skinny this, skinny that, and light. And then it went to, you know, curvaceous, you know, dark skin, light skin. And, you know, now it's, you know, back to the, you know, the BBL stuff and everything. And a lot of it is, you know, it's altering your body. So, you know, this story, this Greek myth of this guy called Narcissus. All right. You know, he was the children of some gods or whatever. And he was so beautiful that he turned down the most beautiful women because they didn't look as beautiful as him. So he could never love, you know, anyone else other than himself. You know, this is where we get the term and the flower narcissist. So his downfall, and it's different versions of the story, but it all involves him basically falling in love with his own reflection while staring at a pool of water. One was a curse where he never he didn't want to blemish the image, so he died of thirst. Another was he fell into it, fell in love with his own reflection, and he drowned. Basically, vanity is destroying us. You know what I mean? And the fact that, we have, on the one hand, we talking about body positivity and everything, and accepting who you are and accepting yourself, but yet she was forced to, take a risk with her life. As beautiful as she was, because even that was beautiful, it wasn't acceptable unto her for her business, basically, to keep the income coming. This is the illusion that women risk life and limb for. Once again, battling with themselves, picking themselves apart, finding everything wrong with themselves because of the images that are pushed. And the people that are pushing the images are pushing themselves to, beyond the limits and going over the edge and losing their lives for it. Instead of, then this is what we have to look at, instead of wondering, wondering if, am I pretty enough? Am I good enough for this and that? And it's like, nah, your own self-approval comes first. And yes, you are beautiful as you are. There is no need to, try to look like this, because hell, we found out what Bandman Kivo, he was doing all the motivation about getting in shape and stuff. Found out he had a little, lipo or something like that. You got the BBLs, you got all these different augmentations, and, you got all the different shows where, people are fully made up almost 24/7, man. Yeah, definitely. Facts, Eastside. 24/7 just makeup. They got glam squads and all these different things. And then you see them without the makeup and people like, man, but it's like, they don't even want to see themselves like that. That's the thing. The illusion of, the destroying yourself with the illusion by simply saying, instead of these products being a beauty enhancement, this is my face. This is who I am. You know what I'm saying? It's like these standards, these standards that are placed, for profit and for business and stuff. There was no reason why she should have been able to come out like she was and still sold those products, because, you're beautiful like you are. Who realistically is with anybody that wears makeup 24/7 like they are on a show or something like that? You know what I'm saying? There's been shows where it shows like some women really do that. Go to sleep with it, wake up with it, like this is their face. You know what I'm saying? You see, you check out Instagram. A lot of people are, you might see people who hardly ever have a picture that don't have a filter on it, showing like the old dreamy eyes and all that. It's almost, again, that illusion. It goes back to that story. And if someone is dying for it just to push a product, a person can look and say, well, you know what? Obviously, it's more than just something natural. But yet, some people are more impressionable than others, and they will try to push themselves. Or if they don't have the genetics for this or this, that, they will never be happy with themselves, and you will constantly have to battle with that. You know what I'm saying? They have to battle with themselves, and anybody who in their lives who loves them, it's like, no, you have to look at yourself and say, hey, what's that TLC song, Unpretty? In the video, it had everybody just kind of like saying, the hell with it. Uh-oh, something happened. Tap the retry. And it's like, yeah, what is it? It don't matter if your hair don't grow, or something like that. Get rid of all the things that make you feel so unpretty. And what's making you feel unpretty are the very things that are telling you this is the acceptable version of pretty. Now you got more people getting their implants taken out. They're getting their injections taken out. But more and more people are rushing to this. And if you're with someone, a person can, love you from head to toe, no matter how you are. It's you who have to approve yourself. Everybody else can say it all day long, but you have to know, not just believe it, but know, no matter how many times somebody tell you. How beautiful you are. You have to know that you are as beautiful. You are beautiful just the way you are. We can't have can't have people risking their lives anymore. Let's just keep coming down, right? And dying, at young ages, old ages, it don't matter, you know, trying to turn back the clock. Who said that it's not acceptable to get older? That's natural. That's nature. You know, we're trying to go against everything how we were created. And it has back lashes. Yeah, it's still more people get implants and all that stuff still, man. And there's no reason for it. It's all an illusion, you know? I mean, there's plenty of documentaries about advertisements and things. You know, they create with food and everything, all these different hacks that they do to make things look better. Hell, a lot of the magazine covers, you see it. You know, it's all out there. Like, all the information is out there. It's, you know, they showing you how they clicking on this and dragging this and making the person slimmer and all that. You see that, if you see that person in person and you looking at the magazine, you be, whoa, wait, they don't look like that. They're not that tall. Wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? It's all an illusion, and it's selling it to people, saying you're not going to be accepted if you get this. I mean, Hollywood's the worst. You know, you hear, you know, celebrities all the time. Oh, I was getting too old, or they said I had to do this. And it starts right there. You know, somebody said, oh, maybe you should plump up a little, or, you know, if you want to get this role, you know, you know, lose a little weight, or, you know, get a little butt, or get some lips, or, you know, get a breast, you know, and they go through this. You know, Hollywood, you see those entertainers, they look miserable after a while, man. It's all to sell it to who they consider us regular people. You know what I'm saying? With these regular people, you know, let's sell it to them. Let them destroy themselves so we can sell our products. Like, what's the point, man? And I like that one movement that they had, you know, it was Alicia Keys and a bunch of celebrities. They started going natural, not wearing the makeup and everything, you know? And you got to know that if the person next to you looks at you every day, whether you just waking up in the morning after, you know, sweating all day, anything, and he's, you know, you are still beautiful to that person, you know, that's got to mean something to yourself. I know it's all about, you know, how the person feels about themselves, but, you know, listen to that, though. You know, listen to the part that says I am beautiful, and, you know, the affirmations and all that, because that's what's going to take out the negative thoughts that creep in. We can pick ourselves apart all day. Every last one of us could find something about ourselves and say, I don't like this. I can't stand this. I can't stand that. That does not make you not beautiful. You know, you're not ugly. And we definitely can't base it, you know, off who we think finds us attractive or whatnot. You know what I mean? It's not about, oh, well, you know, not everybody's attracted to everybody. There could be people that someone be like, oh, this person's drop dead gorgeous, and somebody over here be like, man, they ugly. And everybody be like, what? Are you crazy? Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, you know? Is commonly used, but it's rarely believed, you know, or practiced. It's your own eye that got to behold your beauty, though. And then you have to think about, what are you basing it off of? You know, you got to ask yourself the right questions. What are you basing your standard of beauty off of? If you basing it off what you just saw on Instagram or TikTok, or, you know, whatever commercial just came on TV, or whatever magazine, then you're already defeating yourself. It's all that, you know, half that battle is lost because you're basing it off an illusion. It is not real. I don't care what celebrity you look at. Look at them without their makeup. They're not ugly. They're just normal looking people. You know, not, you know, these are enhancements. Okay, these are beauty enhancements. Some women, you know, actually take away from themselves by putting makeup on. You know what I mean? I know y'all know a lot of people like that. You know, when you put makeup on, it's just like, okay, it looks nice, but you know, they are beautiful without the makeup, just natural beauty, you know, and just a few little dabs of makeup, and that turns it up to, you know, past 10. And that's perfect, you know, and there's nothing wrong, you know, and this is not to say that, you know, hey, you're wrong for using makeup, or why you putting that stuff on. This is not to discourage enhancements, you know. It's an expression of yourself. You know, when women sit in front of the mirror and they do things and they put the nails on it, you know, sometimes it's just like their own little, their own little world, just like anybody has their little toys. That makeup is their toys, and it looks pretty. I like it, take a few selfies or something like that. There's nothing wrong with beautifying yourself. It's when you convince yourself that that beautification is you, that it makes you beautiful. It's like, no, it's just adding to the beauty that was already there. You know what I'm saying? You're really just highlighting the beauty that was already there. It is not a replacement for ugliness, because you're not ugly to begin with. So don't get lost up in the illusions, man. We got here. So somebody said something I saw. Said gotta compete with themselves or the next bitch. Yeah, think they think pretty. Yeah. You see a lot of when girls into it something, I'm pretty though, I'm you this and that, I'm that, and it's like, okay, how do you feel about yourself when your weave ain't up just yet, you ain't got your lace front in or something like that. It's like, oh, I don't want nobody to see me. Sometimes you see those little movies where, the guy that the girl got the crush on, and she got the bonnet on or something like that, and she hurry up and run to the room and try to fix herself up. And it's like, you know what? That way you was looking before you just rushed and changed. If y'all were to get together, that's the way he gonna see you majority of the time anyway. So go ahead and, hey, let it be known. I guarantee you, if he thinks you're beautiful, you're going to be beautiful regardless. And 9 times out of 10, he will. If not, that means he's just not interested. And that has nothing to do with you. Okay, well, not everybody's interested in everybody. Not everybody's attracted to everybody. So the other day on the live, someone said they were going to go get a big girl so they didn't have to go worry about feelings. Whoa. See, yeah. Statements like that, all the reasons, why some women are insecure. That's just terrible. You know what I'm saying? And, anything like, to try to make it seem like, the correct term, plus size woman or pleasantly, whatever they call it, you know what I mean? Full figured, or however you want to say it, you know what I mean? That right there, to diminish the fact that, like, they're not human. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go get a big girl because they feel like, oh, the big girls are gonna be, more, desperate to hold on to them, man, because they can't get anybody. Plus size women be pulling them too. And I remember when they criticized the role of Monique on a Steve Harvey show, how she was always chasing after Steve, she had the crush on it, and that became a topic of debate because they were saying, it's portraying plus size women in a bad light. Like, yeah, they chase after men and desperate for men and all that. And it's like, no, just as beautiful and can pull them and pull just as many of them, and not just for sex either. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times they be like, oh, they with them for the food stamps and all that. Nah, man. Some people have that preference. Some people find that attractive. It is attractive. I mean, like I said, nature leaves nothing to chance when it comes to survival of the species. You know what I'm saying? So it's attractive to somebody. Nothing is attractive to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Even these magazines, they do these things, sexiest woman alive, sexiest man alive. Based on what? Do they compare them to every single man and woman alive? No. So how would they make a statement like that? This is the illusion that they sell. Yeah, said, what's wrong with big girls? So they don't need love? Yeah, you just want to... Yeah, that is bogus. You know what I'm saying? Because they love just as much, and not because of their size either. They love just as much as anybody else. You know what I mean? But again, that's one of those things that society does. Buy into the illusion and then place people in these boxes. Like, who determines what the standard of beauty is except corporations? And it's to sell products. This isn't about your self-esteem. As a matter of fact, it's their job. Most, any advertisement agency or anything, their job is to convince you to buy things that you really don't need, but convince you that you do need them. And so they're going to manipulate and do whatever they need to do to get you to buy it. For the guys, hey, if you want the ladies, you want a active sex life, and you want to be big and strong and all these different things, buy these products, or else the girls are not gonna be attracted to you. For the women, same thing. Hey, here's this, enhancement for this. Go get this injection, drink this, inject that, suck this out, replace this with this, all these different things. Their job is to convince you that you are not good enough, how you are, how you were made, and how you created, in the beautiful image that you are, and that you need what they have in order to make you buy it, because they need to sell it, whether it be, makeup. Hell, it can even be the damn shampoo and conditioner, man. It don't matter. It's like, I need this brand. Whichever one advertised the best, that's who wins, because that's what the customer's buying, and the product works no better than, works just as good as the generic brand that you see right next to it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, well, hey, you know what? If your hair is coarse and all that, then I don't care what brands you use. It's still gonna be kinky. It ain't finna hang down and flow in slow motion on the commercial. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't gonna do that. He said, I don't care as long as some. Well, I mean, that's what it's kind of what we was looking at. Yeah, I mean, I see what you're saying, but you know what I'm saying? It's more to it, as long as it ain't bogus. Yeah, right. I get what you're saying, though. You know what I'm saying? That ain't just it. You know what I mean? Because there are a lot of women out there who have that self-esteem problem that do just give themselves over like that. Whether they think they're not pretty enough, they too skinny, they think they too big, or anything. They think nobody wants them or something like that. And people will capitalize on that just to, get their rocks off. You know what I mean? And that's just the wrong way to go. It's just using people the wrong kind of way, bro. Like, nah, just can't do it, man. I mean, we can't afford to just put ourselves in boxes and try to live by corporate standards. You know what I'm saying? Try to live by corporate standards, because they are the ones that are trying to dictate to you, basically telling you you're ugly. You got to have this in order to be beautiful so you can be accepted by these people. And how many of us on magazine shoots, how many of us, do on set for filming or something like that? It don't matter, because the minute these ladies, you see them, like some of them, in Hollywood, they get a little bit of, some cheek bones or whatever, then they get, breasts, that's the most common thing. And they get the boob jobs or whatever. The next thing you know, you see the butts getting bigger, then the cheekbones start getting higher, the face get more sunk in, and it start looking all, like it just this artificial hourglass look. And you're like, whoa, you don't even look normal. You know what I'm saying? You see them in their clothes, and then you see them in the bikini. It just don't look natural. And, they're not talking about the recovery, how much pain they in. They probably can't eat right. They probably can't even go to the toilet the right way. They probably suffering from headaches and all these different things. But you know what? Slap on that makeup, sit up under that light, take those photos, get in front of the camera, whatever, and think that's reality. Nah, bro. Nah. That's why I like watching some reality shows, when every once in a while they do come out, no makeup or nothing like that. And it's like, now you see the person. This is you. You're the you. You know what I mean? And that's, me personally, that's what I like to see. I don't know how many other people like to, but that's what I like. I like natural. And then when the makeup and stuff comes out, hey, blows my socks off. Oh, wow. That's great. But that don't mean that's what I want to see all the time. I don't see it all the time. So yeah, it looks nice, but this ain't what I want to see all the time. You know what I mean? And it blew my mind. When I hear women, hell, even, my wife Rebecca, she even said it. She said, I don't really care for that. I don't like that old chiseled body and all that, the muscle, you know what I'm saying? It's, some women don't even find out. Some women like dad bods. You know what I'm saying? So it goes both ways. There's dudes who do risky things, the steroids, we already know what that do. All these different things, destroying themselves. Saying the other sad part, it would be the most unattractive dude that's talking about these women. Said, I knew a dude like that. He almost forced chicks to want to change their opinions. He was relentless. And he wasn't as attractive. he was angry. He was definitely angry at the rejection. You know what I'm saying? And he probably saw these women as something unattainable, and that made him angry. And so that's what he did. He attacked them. You know what I'm saying? And if he was, truly, really twisted, you know what I mean? Yeah, they want to change their appearance. They're looking at this guy like, this guy's unattractive and he's calling me this. That weighs a lot. A lot of women like to say, well, I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what nobody say. Well, all the effort putting in that's put in, the money that's spent into looking, looking like, whatever model or something like that. They're not doing that for nothing. You think they're just doing it for themselves? Some of them probably are. But it's not just for their approval. It's for the approval of the outside world as well. They care about what people think. We can't act like we don't care about what people think. You know what I'm saying? There's a way to carry yourself. There's being comfortable and then there's being too comfortable. You know what I mean? And it's like, there she go right there, my wife right there. What I'm saying? We're having this conversation. You know what I mean? It's like, you see people out there with the bonnets and the house shoes and the designer pajama pants, with the cartoon characters or something like that. They go into the store or whatever. If you that comfortable. However, don't make it an everyday thing. You know what I'm saying? It's about having a standard. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people carry themselves like that because they don't have the self-esteem. You know what I'm saying? It's like, well, I don't care, like that. It's like, no, it's not about that. It's not about having low standards all the time. You know what I'm saying? You're comfortable in yourself. Yeah, you want to present the best version of yourself, but you don't have to be afraid to show yourself to the public if you're not in full makeup and nails and stuff all the time. I mean, yeah, there is ratchetness that, it's just like, oh, why you come out like that? Come on now. You know what I'm saying? But to think that you have to be fully made up and all these different things and, hey, is this okay? Is that okay? You are beautiful just the way you are, just like the title says. To hell with the illusions. To hell with TikTok say. To hell with what Instagram got to say. To hell with what the magazines and the commercials and all these things. This is for corporate profit. Just like we were tricked into thinking we have to spend, what's that rule? 3 months salary on a wedding ring. After I saw that movie Blood Diamond and how the diamond game work, how that's why if you go and resell a diamond, you probably ain't going to get nothing, you're going to get a fraction of what you paid for it, because it's all just to convince you that you have to buy this in order that you truly love someone. And the greed and the materialism and everything that people, put on themselves. And they're like, if, a person don't love me unless they get this, a person don't love me unless they get that, a woman got to have this kind of butt. A man got to have an 8-pack. A woman got to have this kind of hair. A man got to have this kind of muscle. It's like, no. Based off what? Because ask yourself, even though, you may hear a person, or maybe not yourselves, but you'll ask a person if they talking like this, all you got to do is take note of how the people looked that they were with, though. Did those people have that 6-pack? Did those people have these, you know what I'm saying? Just talking. But the thoughts are not their own. The thoughts are based off what has been programmed into our minds at different times. Everybody's guilty of it. I was a kid in the 80s, and what I thought was beautiful was not right around me. Y'all see how dark I am. I wasn't attracted to dark-skinned girls because even though I went to school with girls and everything, and a lot of them were cute, we all liked each other and everything, but in my mind, yeah, they're cute, but that's not what I'm looking for. You want to know the image that was programmed in me as a kid, what I thought was beauty? Every damn movie that you watch in the 80s. You watch movies like Weird Science or something like that, or Ferris Bueller's Day Off, all the women, they were blonde, thin, the beer commercials, the cigarette commercial, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Bikinis, skinny, blonde, stick figure, long hair, blue eyes, and all that. You know what I mean? Because that's what I seen the majority of the time. You know what I'm saying? And it didn't, that's not what was, in front of me. So I'm like, oh, well, okay, it's that. But yeah, then in the 90s, it was that girl, there's poison, never trust a big button to smile. Then it was all about the light skin. So guess how I felt when I was turned away because I was too black, or or the one thing I used to hear, you cute to be black. You know what I'm saying? And half the time, this coming from women darker than me. I want me a light skinned baby. I don't want no dark dude. I want me a light skinned dude with some good hair and all that. So just screw me and everybody else. I felt like crap about I never felt like I was good, you know? And what did that do? It made me bitter. I walked around, you know, and I was angry. And I might have, you know, there were probably a lot of girls who were attracted to me. But because I looked so damn mean in the face and so angry, thinking that the minute I step out, I'm being judged, you know what I'm saying? But that wasn't the case. I fell for the illusion. And now, come to now, you know what I'm saying? Dark skin is in and all this stuff now, you know what I'm saying? The black is beautiful, you know? They even got the models out there now. And this should be more of a testament to all you women, you know what I'm saying? Young women, girls, everybody, you know what I'm saying? Who feel like they're not beautiful enough. Look who they got. They got, you know, I've seen the models with the vitiligo, the skin condition, you know what I'm saying? And it's all like over the face and the arms and stuff. And they out there models, supermodels, beautiful. I've seen some where these little girls are literally pitch black, beautiful models. You know what I'm saying? There is no one standard of beauty. The only standard of beauty is your standard. And it's got to be truly your standard, not what you just saw on Instagram or TikTok or whatever. It's got to be yours. And you would know this because on some days you might be like, I look good, man. You know what I'm saying? Whether I'm in flip-flops and some pajama pants and a bonnet, or I got my hair down and, you know, a little bit of makeup on or something and a sundress or whatever, you be like, I feel, you know, I look good. But then 2 days later, you know, I don't like this. I don't like that. Where did that come from? Where did that positivity go 2 days later? And you have to think about it. Is it something from me? Because I'm the same one who just said I look good, you know what I'm saying, in the mirror 2 days ago. I know what I said, you know, because I was standing right there when I said it to myself in the mirror. You know what I'm saying? And my reflection was saying it back to me at the same damn time. So I know that I said I look good. So why do I feel like this about myself now? Is it what you watched? Is it what you heard? Is it what some idiot might have said on social media? You know, a troll or, you know, a mean friend or a mean, you know what I'm saying? Somebody said you ugly. Somebody said you this. Somebody said you that. Nah, bruh. Don't be afraid to show yourself. And, you know, that's why people be like, oh, she ratchet and all that stuff. But you know what? I applaud Lizzo. Okay? Wonderful entertainer. Great voice. You know what I'm saying? Some of her outfits, it was just like, you know, why she, you know what I'm saying? You know, that one, she was at the basketball game, they played a song during one of the breaks and she was out there twerking or whatever on the sideline, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, she was comfortable in her element. She comes out and says, I'm beautiful. She not hiding. You know what I mean? She not ugly. You know, some of the actions and behaviors, you know, it's like, it's kind of, nah, you know what I'm saying? But that's going to be ratchet whether she was big, plus size. You know, the behavior don't go with the look. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if you're skinny. I don't care if you look like, you know, a Kardashian or somebody. If you acting ratchet, that's just ratchet. That's just going to make you ugly. But also, you know what I'm saying? The whole story of Narcissist, he fell in love with his reflection. And his biggest punishment was that he was heartbroken because as he looked at his own reflection, he finally understood that what he made so unattainable. He could never love anything more than himself. And since he saw his reflection, he knew he could never have that reflection. So he realized how he made other people feel like they weren't good enough, like they weren't beautiful enough, because he saw that the love of itself was, you know, he couldn't attain it. It broke his heart and he killed himself, you know. Like I said, there's different versions of how that story ended. But he fell in love with the illusion. And so, you know, you see these mean girl types, you know, they might have some pretty hair. They might be attractive and all the boys like them and things like that. Hey, you know what? My eyes was open when and you be like, oh, they got attitudes. They think they look so good and all that. Nah, man. Sometimes having that 10 face and all the boys like you. And that's the one that all the boys flock to in school. And it makes other girls feel a little insecure and all that. There's a reason why those girls like that are so angry and so mean-spirited. You know what I mean? Because for one, on one hand, they might, get into they might be the nicest person in the world. I'm not going to say they stuck up. That's what I used to assume, that, oh, if they look this good, they stuck up. And they might be, but that also comes with a reason sometimes. It's not just because they're arrogant or narcissistic. It's because they've probably had to fight most of their lives because a bunch of people thought that they were too good for everybody, or thought they looked too good, you know what I'm saying? And just automatically didn't like them. The other girls don't like them, want to beat them up. And they be like, why people, they start to hate their beauty. They might start cutting their hair and doing all kinds of stuff to try to make themselves not look how they look because they've been getting, bullied for being pretty. The other girls are jealous. And, all it took was a conversation, Also, they have, they have so many guys approaching them. They don't know what's real and what's not. The first thing coming in mind is you're just worried about how I look. And there's so much more to me. I want you to see past my looks. You know what I'm saying? And so, and then there's this thing where people diminish, these, people, what people consider attractive, you know what I'm saying? The ones that everybody's attracted to, everybody wants a piece of, you know what I mean? Is the fact that nobody's ever seen the whole person. And example of that is, when someone is, the media, when the media says, this person was killed or whatever, how they like to lead and they need a certain image. If she's blonde and blue eyed, they're going to post that image up all over the place, like it garners, because it literally garners more sympathy from people. Oh my God, she was so beautiful. That was a tragic loss of life. It's a damn shame that got done to her. The first thing is she was so beautiful. Like what? She too pretty to die? You know what I'm saying? Like what makes her more of more valuable, her life more valuable than another? I'm not saying that's how other people are thinking, but the first thing people look at is how pretty they were. You know what I'm saying? It's like, nah, that's the problem. Now, these kind of women, they go through their lives like that. They don't know what's real and what's fake. You know what I'm saying? The guys just, they don't know what guy just wants to sleep with them because they fine and then treat them like dirt. And believe me, it happens. And that's probably why they have the attitude that they have. Because they have to fight through trying to, the added pressure of trying to figure out, damn, who can I, you know what I'm saying? Is this person just, for looks? If I get a scar on my face, will they still want me? That's why and, Becky, you can vouch for this. I said it. Hey, you know what? If I could see the way you look on the toilet, you know what I'm saying? If I could see you when you first wake up in the morning, crusty face, eye boogers and all, you know what I mean? It don't matter. If I look over and I still see, hey, this is what beautiful is, there ain't nothing to worry about. Eye boogers. I've always held that, I've always shared that view. You know what I'm saying? It's like, show the what you don't want me to see. Yeah, really. What you don't want me to see. Oh, no, I don't have my makeup on. I don't want to see that. No, that's exactly what I want to see. I don't care about the illusion. You know what I'm saying? It's the time of the realist. No more falling for the illusions, man. Kill the illusion. And like I said, I'm gonna go back on this. There is nothing wrong with beautifying yourselves. You know what I'm saying? Makeup, hair, nails, all that. There is nothing wrong with it, them little clothes that shape you up and all that. Hey, you know what? These are beauty enhancers, meaning you are already beautiful. This is just adding to it. Great. As long as you don't fall in the illusion and say, this is what makes me beautiful. This is why I'm beautiful, because I have this. If I don't have this product, if I don't have this clothes, if I don't, this is that, then I'm ugly and I can't show myself and I no longer feel good about myself. No. You were yourself a long time ago, so your self-esteem should be ironclad. Because it's all about the self, And I know in the Bible said, in the end times, people become lovers of themselves and become vain and all these different things, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not talking about loving yourself in that manner, you know what I'm saying? To where you love nothing but yourself. A lot of people kind of put that out there, just do you, you don't just disregard other people, because those are the ones that'll sit back and tell someone else that they're ugly, that they're not good enough. How many kids have killed themselves? You know, how many kids don't even want to go to school because of what somebody's telling them? And the reality strikes when things like this happen, like Kanye West's mother, like a lot of people that we haven't even heard of. You know, these, you know, they happen to be celebrities. So it shows, hey, this is the dark side of it, you know? And why? Why? She said she would have lost her income. Correct me if I'm wrong, Becca. That's what she said, right? You know, it would have affected her business if she didn't look. You know, and it was, and during the video there was a clip, you know what I'm saying, and she was putting on these that she said, okay, cool. And you know, she had these shorts, you know, and they look like, you know, this real skin tight, you know, and you know, she's buttoning them over, had a bunch of buttons, it was going up, you know, and this is, you know, before the baby and everything. And this is what she was trying to get back to, or no one would buy the product. You know? So there's two things wrong with that. There's the pressure that's put on her to have to sell these products, you know what I mean? Because whoever's, you know, sponsoring or whatever, you know, and then it's like, you know what? You were still beautiful. If you don't look like, you know, the corporate version, what they told us was perfect, these people won't buy your products anyway. If your product's good, the quality of the product will sell itself. You know what I mean? And it's so many different variations. There's so many shades. I didn't realize there was so many shades of lipstick. You know what I'm saying? And all these different things. You know, you go into these beauty supply stores, there's so many different things to experiment with and play with. And it's not, you know, it's pretty cheap. You know, a lot of, you know, cheap stuff that will just add to the beauty. You know, it's not what makes you beautiful. It just adds to the beauty that's already there. You know, it's an enhancer. You know what I'm saying? So there's nothing wrong with playing around with that stuff. You know, you go out or something like that. Just don't make it yourself. You know, love yourself. Truly love yourself. You know what I'm saying? Not the version that's being told to you. Your life matters. You know what I'm saying? I feel so bad for that man and them kids, man. She was 32. And most of us, you know, if y'all saw pictures of her, you know, after the kids and all that, what was wrong? Somebody tell me what was wrong. I don't know. I didn't see nothing wrong. You know what I mean? It's like, nah, not every, you know, age and all these different things happen. It happens. That's nature, you know? How can we say we thankful for what God gave us and how, you know what I'm saying, like that, but you're looking at the very vehicle, the creation that he gave you or that he made and saying, I don't like this. You know what? I'm going to cut this away. I'm going to change this. I'm going to enhance this. I'm going to, you know, do all these different things because I don't love, you know. That's almost like you don't like how you're made. You know, if you really want to go, you know, it's like you basically saying you disapprove of your mother and father's looks. Like, you know, y'all made me ugly. Nah, man. You know, when Notorious Big came out, you know, he big at back. But guess what? He made being big and black sexy. You know, had the walleye and everything. You know what I'm saying? And he was getting ladies before he was famous, but when he was famous, he was still getting them. You know? And it was because how he was. Old Dirty Bastard. Another one. Rest in peace to him too. Old Dirty Bastard. You know what I'm saying? Y'all saw how he was. He, you know, that dude was just him. You know what I'm saying? Confident in every step, no matter what. You know what I'm saying? Had his women. You know what I'm saying? Somebody, you know, found him attractive. You know, and that's two guys. But, you know, I mentioned Lizzo. You know what I'm saying? Who else? You know, who else out there with the body positivity? There's a lot of different people, but Lizzo's the first one popped to mind. You know what I mean? And so pay attention to that. You know what I'm saying? Because you are you are beautiful the way you are. You know what I'm saying? All the rest is BS. All the rest is programming, you know? Unplug from that matrix. You know what I mean? If you find yourself looking at an image of a woman, you know, advertising, you know, a standard of beauty that's, let's be real, it's not always attainable to everybody. You know what I'm saying? I remember seeing, like, you know, reading an article about all the women in Africa. You know what I'm saying? All the skin lightening products. You realize how many skin lightening creams over in Africa, bro? I mean, you could fill up a football stadium with the different brands of it. You know, some of that stuff is eating their skin alive. because they still don't, a lot of them still don't accept their dark skin because white is still accepted the most over there. You know, it was an article in the Source magazine way back. You know, they were showing her scars, her skin, her thighs, and everything was burnt. You know what I'm saying? And the chemicals in the makeup, eventually they eat at your skin. Your skin start getting pitted and stuff like that. And that's what happens. That's why I've seen with a lot of, you know, celebrities, when they don't have their makeup on, you see, because it's ate at their skin. They have to wear that makeup, you know what I'm saying, for film and all that stuff. But, you know, people wearing that every day, these still chemicals, you know. That's why I say, you know, wipe it off when you, before you go to sleep. You know, don't go to sleep with it because it will eat at your skin too. And then you'll wake up and be like, oh, this damage to my face. Now I got to cover this up because I'm ugly. Now it becomes your face. You know, I was watching an Instagram video. It showed a lady. She was, you know, about my complexion. You know, she had some age to her or whatnot. And they had an elapsed time. You know, when they do the elapsed time, you know what I'm saying? So this was probably about 2 hours of putting on makeup, but it was chopped down to like, you know, a matter of minutes. I did not realize how much foundation plays a role in these, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, like you see footage of Glorilla. Like Glorilla, she looks kind of, you know what I'm saying? Again, she's not ugly. You know what I'm saying? Some people like, shit, yeah, she ugly. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, she not ugly. She may not be attractive to you personally, but guess what? She attracted to somebody, you know, a lot of people. That, you know, that's universal. But y'all see how she looks, you know, enhanced. You know, the foundation, the hair, and all these different things. Have y'all, you know, seen her before? Asian doll. Y'all see how she look when she put on the makeup? Y'all see how she look without the makeup? You know what I'm saying? Is she ugly? Some people may say yes. Some people may say no. But that's the real face you see. And then when you see on the videos, you know, get made up. It's adding to what's already there. That's how most people look. It's just regular, just normal. You know what I'm saying? When you get together and, oh, they're so beautiful, like Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt and all them, you know, guess what? They get old too. You know, oh, they're the most beautiful couple in the world. Then the next 6 months, oh, now they're the most beautiful couple and all that. And people think about how hot they were in these movie roles and stuff. And it's like, yeah, that movie was 10 years ago. And then you see a magazine cover where they show a picture of them walking on the beach and they all frumpy and everything. And they be like, ugh, this and that. But hey, it's still your favorite actor. What you thought you was going to see? The way they look when they was all in shape for that fighting movie or something like that? No, they regular folks. You know what I'm saying? And without the makeup and the lights and the right angles and everything, regular people. Illusions. This all goes back to the illusion. Don't become, you know, when somebody's reaching too high or doing too much, you know what I'm saying? You know, they say Icarus flew too close to the sun, you know? You know, that if anybody's familiar with that story, the story of Icarus, you know, he made wings, used wax or whatever. He kept flying and then he flew too high to the sun, the wax melted, he fell in the ocean and drowned. You know what I'm saying? Mythology tells us a lot of stories about, you know, about ourselves. We learn a lot of lessons through the gods and goddesses or the humans or demigods in those stories. A lot about us, the way, you know, how we help us understand ourselves, you know. And so just like Icarus flying too close to the sun, don't be the narcissist, you know, don't be not like the story of Narcissus, the myth of Narcissus, and fall in love with the illusion, the vanity, and destroy yourself from it. Because this is exactly what happened to this man's wife. And so many other women, you know. If anybody's familiar with Real Housewives of Miami, Becca, help me with this. What's the lady's name? The mother? She had the botched plastic surgery on the face. I can't remember her name. She's passed now, not from surgery, but, you know, just old age. But she had to live like that. I can't remember her name. But, you know, anybody who's familiar with Real Housewives of Miami, how, you know, that, see what happened? Elsa. All right, thanks. Thank you. Elsa. You know what I'm saying? Just all disfigured from a botched Mama Elsa. Oh yeah. You know, a botched plastic surgery. You know what I'm saying? And if you'd have seen like pictures of when she was younger, she was beautiful. But somewhere, you know, in that high life, that elitist lifestyle, somewhere, she said, I don't feel beautiful. You know, I'm not good enough. Whatever. You know, who knows what was going on in their heads? You know what I mean? But this is what happened. And, you know, hey, guess what? She just kept living. You know what I'm saying? She had to live with it. And there's plenty of you young women, you know, ladies out there, you know, share this if you want, man. Y'all haven't gone through that. This woman had a botched, plastic surgery, and she still went on and live life. Y'all haven't even gone through that. Y'all are beautiful the way you are, and yet going through life as if y'all had a botched surgery like that because of images, because of illusions. You know what I mean? And we can't afford it. We can't afford to, see our ladies destroy themselves, over illusions. And I know y'all probably got men that, hey, you are beautiful. They love you. You know what I'm saying? But there's something in your mind that's saying it's not good enough. You know what I'm saying? It's like, let's dig deep with it. Where is this feeling of disapproval coming from? Based off what? And if you can figure out what that what is, and if that what is something outside of yourself that's being portrayed to you, even with all the information that's out there of the illusions, it's not even an illusion no more. You know what they do. They alter the pictures digitally. They put on a whole bunch of makeup. That they tape things down and, puff things up a certain way. That they wear certain clothes to look a certain way. You know what I'm saying? Not all of it. Sometimes, they do look like that, but a lot of it is no. They're removing blemishes and pimples and all these different things before they post these things to give what they deem is perfect, the perfect specimen. There is no perfect specimen. How can we say we're human? Nobody's perfect, but demand perfection when it comes to looks. It's unattainable. Because there is no perfect. The only perfect is what's perfect for you. All right, babe. Look, I'm gonna hit you when I get off. Yeah, I'm gonna be done here in a little bit. It's almost an hour. And it's just if it's outside yourself, then no, it don't matter. You are what matters. Your opinion about yourself is what matters. And make it a good one. Because I guarantee you 9 times out of 10, the influence is coming from outside with a woman feeling like they're not beautiful enough that they have to, get something done. You know what I mean? And even to get a little bit, you know what I'm saying? A little breast enhancement. If you get breast reductions, get a little breast enhancement. It's the same thing with the makeup and everything. Do it safely. You know what I'm saying? Do it safely. Don't go get some back alley or go overseas and all these things. You might not get the proper care. You know what I'm saying? But again, don't fall for the illusion. These are just enhancements to beauty that is already there. And it's, how sometimes when kids, and I'm gonna close with this. When kids, say I'm ugly or whatever, and what your parents say, I don't make no ugly babies, right? Remember that. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. When your parents say that, they don't. You know what I'm saying? Because that's an insult to them as well. That's saying that you don't think they're beautiful. In a sense. And, imagine your own children saying that. Then you're going to be feeling the same way. I don't make no ugly children. And I'm not talking about no, we're all beautiful in the eyes of God stuff. I'm talking about right here and now. That you are, and to be attractive to every single person is unattainable. That can't happen. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's attractive to every single person on the planet. You know what I'm saying? Where you go. There's some that are and some that ain't. That don't make you ugly. Also with that is just like a parent, say, hey, I don't make no ugly children. You know what I'm saying? If, your significant other, oh yeah, I forgot that short to my son. I got to get that up. Your significant other, you know what I'm saying? Your wife, husband, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, life partner. If you're down on yourself, you know what I'm saying? That's how your partner feels. Hey, I know what's beautiful. I didn't pick no ugly partner. You know what I'm saying? Or a partner that I'm not attracted to. You You know what I'm saying? Don't tell me I made a bad choice, because I know what I know is beautiful to me. You know what I'm saying? That's good reinforcement. You know, it's just up to every individual to believe it and know it. Not just believe it, but know it. And that's all I had to get off my chest, man. You know, I appreciate everybody for rocking with me. Ray Duke, thanks for dropping in. Eastside Jeffrey Manor, NC, my love, Rebecca, Michelle, thanks for dropping in. And, you know, share this live, you know what I'm saying? Chop it up into shorts if there's certain parts that you want to, you know, share. But it's, you know, gotta know you're beautiful how you are. And anything else is just an addition, you know, an enhancement to add to what's already there. And that's as real as it can get, you know. Don't fall for the illusion. All right. God bless, and y'all be smooth. Uh-oh. All right, there we go.